with the early summer light.
This is the only room in my house that feels like me yet. This is my office. This is the room that I typically film in, and I actually started working on cleaning this room up before I even officially moved back here yet. Because this house was my grandma's house, and my grandparents lived here for 50 years before I moved in here, and all of her stuff was still here, and a lot of it is still here. So this house was full of decades and decades of things. And I started in this room first because I love having an office space and somewhere that I can sit and work on my things. It's also kind of where I come to meditate and journal and things like that. And those are some of my favorite things to do, and work on my things, work on my computer. And this room also has the best view in the house of the land. And I just love looking out this window and being able to work. And so that's why I got to work in this room right away. It was literally just a storage room for junk and a lot of family photos and things like that too. So I'm going to show you a short clip of what it looked like before. And that was before I had actually moved in. So where we're at today, I painted this room earlier this spring, and it's kind of just really messy right now again, and I am hoping to put some finishing touches on it to make it really feel more and more like my space. I'm gonna have some quick kitty cuddles before we get started. You can help me? Are you gonna help me clean? He's a monster. He doesn't help clean. He knocks stuff over. Okay, now we can get to work. I wanted to start with the hardest thing first, and so I am hanging this shelf that I've been meaning to hang for so long. And I get so much anxiety about hanging shelves because you want to get it just right, obviously. And these walls are cement plaster because this is an 1890's house, and so you really want to be sure. But I'm sipping on some iced coffee because it is so stinking hot out today, and that is part of why I wanted to be working inside. So I did my best to find the studs, and I got this shelf in there pretty securely, and I'm excited to style it, and that is what we are going to work on here next.
Long for those quiet days when the hours drift away.
And then we can move on to styling it, and this part is so much fun because I have had a vision for this room, and in this room, like in this drawer, are some of my grandparents' old photography equipment, and they had a wedding photography business, and so I always knew I kind of wanted to display some of their old cameras and equipment. So I was really excited about that first one that I pulled out. It was like some sort of old video recorder, I believe. And then here's a smaller camera that I found. And I looked through the lens of this, and I just thought it was so cool. So I'm going to show you guys the view from the lens of this camera. And this is a part of my vision for this whole house, is to maintain some of the history and character and some of the things that make this house so meaningful to me. because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my grandparents and the family that came before me. And this is a part of their history, and I want to make it a part of my everyday as well. Here's the camera that I was really excited about to find. And so it just takes me a little while to style things and see what I like. I tried this picture here. I found this in my grandma's room, and it is some family members, but I need to ask her exactly who it is. But I didn't really love it here. I thought it was too big, and so I tried a different picture, and I didn't really love that either. So now I'm trying this collection of philosophy books that was thrifted, and third time is a charm because I really like how this ended up looking there. And it just took me a few more tries, but here is the finished shelf all styled, and I am obsessed with it. And I think that was a great start to the work today. And this desk has a cool story behind it as well. I just got it off of Facebook Marketplace, but the guy that I bought it from, and I don't really know what to do with that. That's kind of like an altar. But anyways, the guy that I got this desk from had it since the 70s, and it was his 16th birthday present back then, and he'd had it the whole time. And so I like it. I like that it is an antique, but it's also in really good shape, and I'm really excited about the drawers because my desk that I was using here before didn't have any storage, so I'm able to store some of the things that I don't want out. This is kind of like a tarot deck, but it is a deck of affirmation, and so there's some really neat affirmation cards in here, and you shuffle it with some intention and you pull a card, and I think I got the perfect card today. It says, "I know that being self-made is a marketing scheme. I know that none of us got here on our own, and no one builds anything solo. Everything comes into existence through a lacework of interconnection." And I think that's so appropriate for what I'm doing in this video, because this house and this space is my space, and I'm here because of my family and the lacework of interconnection and the decades that came before me. I did want to hang this picture in here, and I thought this corner would be a great place for it, and I love how it ended up looking. Kind of right next to my collage wall, where I mounted that gun that was my grandpa's. And I'm just loving how this corner is coming out and how that collage wall is coming out, although I do need to work on it a lot more. And then this is maybe the project that I was most excited about today, and it is putting peel and stick wallpaper on my printer that was looking really ugly and not matching the vibe in the corner. I really don't have another great place to put my printer, and I do use it and need it, and so it does need to be out. So I kind of got creative and found this peel and stick wallpaper on Amazon that was more the vibe, and I'm just making myself a little custom HP printer situation. I've never used peel and stick wallpaper before, but now I'm realizing that the possibilities are pretty much endless, and I'm really excited about how this project came out.
Close to violet on a Sunday, nearly made it into bloom, but I know, oh, the ordinary gray turning back to blue. Long for what's to come.
Ta-da!
Keep
And then a little backstory behind the gun that's mounted on that wall. It is an antique gun, as you can tell it's from 1919. It has an engraving on it, and my grandpa got it at a antique auction or something like that. And my grandma wasn't so happy with him because he spent, I think, quite a bit of money on it, but it was just sitting in the closet in this room, and I wanted to mount it. That was just this idea that I had, and put the collage wall around it. So that part of this room is really cool, and it's coming together. I just didn't have room for this table. Just got it out of there because I want to have room to sit there and maybe put like a reading chair there eventually. But for right now, I'm just having my meditation pillow there and a little more open space in this room. And I've been going back and forth with that radio and whether to keep it in this room or not, but right now I like it and it's kind of going with the vibe. And as you can see, it's 80 degrees in this room right now while I'm working, and the air conditioner in this house does work, but it does not work very well for the upstairs. I think that's just par for the course in older homes, but that's the reality that I live in.
long for what's to come. Keep forgetting how to make it known before it's already gone. Looking back too soon is how you know. Did the moment even make it past the room?
If you're curious what I'm listening to, I did just start The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I will let you know what I think about it in 700 more pages or so. Ta-da! It's not perfect. I want to organize my bookshelf better and keep working on that photo wall, but it's so much better in here. And I promise I did clean my desk off after I was done filming the outro. I'm obsessed with the shelf. This is just one room, but it's proof of concept for me that I can make this house what I want it to be and how I want it to feel, and it feels so much better in here than when I started today. And it just takes a little time and effort and energy, and I'm so happy that I was able to do this today. I can't wait for continuing to make progress in this house and keeping so much of what makes it special to me, being in my family for so long, while also making it a space that I love being and that inspires me. So I have a lot more work to do. I would like to work on my picture wall some more and probably get a bigger bed so that he is not laying in a cat bed. But it's kind of his prerogative right now. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it and subscribe to my channel so that you can follow along with what I get up to here next. Thanks. Bye.
Morning comes with the early summer light. Curtains sway gently by the window.